Hey BookTube, it's Jackie. How's it going? If you're new to me and this is the first time you're seeing my face, hello, what's up? My name's Jackie. I sit on my floor and I talk about books. So, hope that's why you're here because that's what's going to be happening today. If you're not new to me, thank you for always tuning in and the continued support. I really do appreciate it. So today for you, as you can see from the day's title, I have a book haul. Another massive one. But this has been accumulating over the last couple of months that you have not been seeing any videos from me. So, yeah. But we got quite a few. We even got some author requested review books in here. Got some we got some book of the month, got some hauls. We're good to go. So without further ado, grab yourself a drink, have yourself a seat, and let's get talking some books. Okay. So let me just go through this and find the author. Here we go. So these first books here are all books that were sent to me for author reviews. So you will see these at some point in time, reviews on this channel. So the first one, and now mind you, all these authors contacted me at the exact same time when I was in Boston. That's when they emailed me. So I don't know what was going on, but thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate your trust in me and you sending me these books. I always enjoy having a physical copy versus reading it on a Kindle. So I really do appreciate you taking the time and sending these out of your own pocket because I know how expensive it is to send packages nowadays. It's ridiculous. So these will be coming up hopefully soon. You will see them. So the first one here is The Gifted Chain, Legion, Book 1 by B.H. Gordon. So when I agreed to this book, I love the concept of it. I believe this is BDSM. If I remember, we're just going to read the back. We're going to read the back because I don't want to say something wrong. For as long as Alexander James could remember, Dorian Tyler had owned her. His lyrics filled her with wonder. His voice captivated her, and his eyes, those azure depths staring back at her from every poster and album cover, entranced her. She had tried in vain to distract herself by pursuing academic excellence at a university, but his face would not leave her mind. His music would not release its hold. Ooh. Yeah, I'm remembering this. This is the musician. We love a good music angle and a story. So that's already a prop for this book. It's a thumbs up. One night when she discovers that her final grades do not match her efforts, Alex escapes the pressures of a higher education by accepting new employment. This unconventional offer hurls her down a mountain of self-destruction towards the one thing she desires most, to be owned mind, body, and soul by Dorian Tyler. Okay, for one, I love your hero's name. Dorian, I love that name. I've always loved that name for a dude. It just speaks so much class and elegance and like, now I want to read Dorian Gray. Yeah. But, so here's the thing. When I agreed to this, I didn't realize how long this was. This is a chonker. This is a chonker. Now, granted, there is some very large margins in there, but still, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. Very intrigued. I was intrigued when I got the original synopsis from this author in the email. So hopefully, fingers crossed I get to this because very, very stunning. I wish this wasn't shiny though. I really wish this wasn't shiny because I feel like it takes away from the original feel of the book, but I'm excited. So author requested review, should see it soon. The next author request review was actually for one book, and then they gave me the second book, which I thought was really, really nice and really, really cool. So thank you for that. I always appreciate that. But the first book that was actually requested was Volume 1 of the Realm-Bound Born Today by T.E. Janota. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. I have a really hard time saying people's names, but eventually I will get it right. And they become friends of mine. So please, just stick with me. So I gotta read the synopsis of this one because this seems like it's going to be a ride, all right? So I'm very glad that they sent me the second one. So the first one, a beautiful girl drops into your life, gives you magical powers of kinkiness, and you didn't think there would be at least one little problem to deal with. Annie's words echo in Jake Emerson's mind. That woman's name is Every, I think. And it's her first day on Earth. She's lovely but clueless. To keep her, Jake must accept the ownership of the essence, a magical power that enchants and transforms ordinary objects into the extraordinary. According to the physically young but spiritually ancient Every, somehow somehow doing this will prevent the power from becoming a cataclysmic devastation on Earth, just as it happened on Mount Vesuvius. Okay. You have my attention. The irreverent Annie invites herself to visit. A friend, former coworker, and a regular sight in his past arrive with enough luggage to settle in. Missionaries, ghost chasers, and rejects from the local Renaissance fair show up at the old farm that serves as his new home, and it's clear to someone or something is paying close attention to Jake. The price of accepting Avery's offer is far, far higher than he could have ever imagined, requiring him to fight for his life against those who would have seized Avery and the essence for themselves, and costing him his understanding of the nature of reality itself. Ooh! So I've got kinkiness, which is going to give me smut. I've got history, so we got the Mount Vesuvius. I've got some sci-fi spookiness going on in an old farm. And then you're going to give me some kind of philosophical crap? Dude! Wow! You're packing a punch. You are packing a punch. Let's see what you got. And they also sent me the second one, Unfinished Business. This is volume 2 of the Realm Bound series. I'm not going to read the back in fear of spoilers. I don't think there is spoilers, but I'm not going to read the back, just be on the safe side, so I can give this its fair shot. Okay? I'm intrigued, and I love the Cheshire Cat. Anybody else see this? I just saw that. That's awesome. Got some Harry Potter references in here. Got a unicorn, mermaids, Tinkerbell, werewolf. Like, wow. I feel like this might, like, I'm getting Annihilation vibes, like the kind of the oddity of everything involved and just, okay. All right. Let's see what you got. I'm excited, but yeah. So thank you very much for both of those. And the last book that was sent to me for review, honestly, kind of scares me. So this is, I don't remember. This is Oswegi. I have no idea how to say this. I'm so sorry. By Octavia Gus. The reason I showed you the inside is because this is what the cover looks like. You can barely see the title right here, which I feel like is supposed to be symbolic of this story. So I'm feeling like that's intentional. And it will make sense when I read the story. So right now I'm a little, yeah. And then we have, that looks like the phonetic spelling of artifact, 7. I'm assuming this is something with this. I'm getting a spooky vibe. I'm getting a interesting vibe. I'm getting a short story collection vibe based off the chapter titles. Also, there is a cipher page. So I'm feeling like this is going to be very interesting. Oh, she signed it. He signed it. She signed it. Thank you so much. Thank you. I didn't see that. Thank you so much. The warm-up, author's note, life be like equals flippant. I feel like I'm going to have a lot of fun with this, and my daughter's smirking over there when I just read that. I feel like maybe I might need a translation guide for my daughter, because I feel like there's going to be some words in here like I don't know how to use correctly. I feel. Optional, suggested, no longer suggested. Should a gathered reading come about, here are the appropriate accoutrements. I know that one. Tequila, greenery, cookie dough with vanilla ice cream, New York sour, ragged without rivers. If you're telling me I need to eat these while I'm reading this book, sign me up. Absolutely. Hell yeah. On my cheat day, of course. So, the back. You think dash to, but you got a way to go. Guess I'll keep looking. I feel like this is gonna be like a House of Leaves experience without the like flipping the book over upside down thing. I'm excited. I'm excited. Yeah. So, future review of this one. So, yeah, keep your eyes peeled for these bad boys because they were all sent to me for author review. So thank you for the authors for giving me a chance to read your book and review it. And they will be up as soon as I can get to them. So thank you. A lot of these seem really promising, very dark and interesting and intriguing. Very much so. Oh, thank you. All right. So next we have my book of the month books. This is actually my last book of the month haul. Because I started my martial arts, I had to cut back on some things, and one of them was my book subscription. So this is actually my last book of the month box right here. Right here. So I'm still gonna be buying books, just not for book of the month. That's how it is. Sometimes things have to change. So I got two in this collection, and I've got Among Friends, a novel by Hal Ebbett. It is autumn weekend at a comfortable New York country house where two families have gathered to mark the host's 52nd birthday. Together, the group forms an inevitable portrait of a middle-aged. The wives and husbands have been friends for over 30 years. Their teenage daughters have grown up together, and dinners, games, and rituals forming their days reflect the rich bonds between them. Sounds very quaint and simplistic. So, we shall see what happens. This weekend, however, I just moved me and now I'm all crooked. Sorry. This weekend, however, something is different. An unforeseen curdling of envy and resentment will erupt in an unspeakable act, with the aftermath exposing a treacherous fault lines on which they have long dwelt, written with hypnotic elegance and molten precision. Molten precision. Okay? Great word usage. And announcing the arrival of a major literary talent, Hal Ebbett's Among Friends examines betrayal within the sanctuary of defining a relationship, as well as the questions of class, friendship, marriage, power, and the things we tell ourselves to preserve our finely made worlds. Well, nice. Family gatherings are so great. The next one I got was Julie Clark's The Ghostwriter. I love the cover of this. It's very Fahrenheit 451, in my opinion. From the best-selling author of The Last Flight and The Lies I Tell, June 1975, the Taylor family shatters in a single night when two teenage siblings are found dead in their own home. The only surviving sibling, Vincent, never shakes the whispers and accusation that he was the one who killed them. Decades later, the legend only grows, and his career as a horror writer skyrockets. Ghostwriter Olivia Dumont has spent her entire professional life hiding the fact that she's an only child of Vincent Taylor. Now on the brink of financial ruin, she's offered a job to ghostwrite her father's last book. What she doesn't know, though, is that this project is another one of his lies, because it's not another horror novel he wants her to write. After 50 years of silence, Vincent Taylor is finally ready to talk about what really happened the night in 1975. Abso-fucking-lutely. Absolutely. I love stories like this, where they're gathering a story and some big family secret is revealed. I love that shit. That stuff's awesome. Sign me up. Okay. My last book of the haul, book of the month haul. It was. My bookmark, just for if you guys are curious, was Is This Spot Taken? So, yeah. The next books I have are an Amazon purchase. So, right on top, of course, I was buying this. This is one of my most highly awaited releases of the year because I love this woman. She's one of my favorite authors. I have a video of me meeting her right here. You can go watch it. That's Scarlett St. Clair and her newest book, Terror at the Gates. This is a new series, Blood of Lilith. This is about Lilith, the first wife of Adam. Are you shitting me? Absolutely, I was going to pick this up. Without a doubt. Beware she who bleeds bound in chains. Beware the exile, the young winged beast who dances unafraid before fire. Beware the woman with many names, the maiden, the whore, the scarlet serpent. Beware the temptress who whispers in the dark. She is the beginning and the end. She is peace and chaos. She is terror knocking at the gate. Sign me up! Absolutely. Oh! Look at this. Look at the pretties. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, there's something. Oh, I should really check out books before I do videos. Oh my gosh. Okay, there's so much stuff here. So here we go. We have the end papers, right? End papers. See, the other ones are the same. Yeah, the other ones are the same. Okay. End papers. We have the foiling at... Shut up. I need this on a shirt, man. Oh. gorgeous. Not the prettiest book I own, but Scarlett, you're doing good. Doing good right here. Stepping it up, stepping it up. And then I get the World of Eden on the inside. Shut up. Shut up. Seriously, shut up. Queen, right here. She's a queen, and I love her. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this. Oh. Forgiveness is an invitation to sin. It will be our ruin. Shut up. I need that on a shirt too. What? Oh. Oh. Yeah. Jackie just fell in love with a book cover. Oh, so pretty. Oh my god, so pretty. Wait, are there illustrations inside the book? Shut up. What? Hold up. There's illustrations on the chapter pages. Bruh. Yes. Absolutely. Now that I'm done gushing over this book, mwah, chef's kiss. Oh, it's even got a cross around the snake. Nailed it, and I haven't even read the book yet. The next one I'm really excited about because I really enjoyed reading the first one of these, and I'm a big fan of this movie and this franchise. And this is Megan Shepherd's sequel, The Hour of the Pumpkin King. This is the sequel to The Pumpkin Queen that she released a few years ago, which actually, ironically, I bought the first one of this series when I met this woman. So yeah, that was a little side note. But this is based off, it's a Tim Burton retelling, Nightmare Before Christmas, and this is kind of the story of Sally. The clock is ticking for Halloween Town. So she, in the first installment, becomes the queen, and she kind of loses her fire that we all love about her. And then we got to learn a lot about her in the first book, like her backstory, that she is not of Halloween Town. She is of something else, but now she's the queen of Halloween Town. And this is the continuation of that story. Super excited. Can't wait to pick this one up. And I think you have a pretty good idea when I'm going to pick it up. All right. So those are the books that I got online, and then I had 2 book hauls from my local bookstore. So we're going to go with this one first, because it's the older of the 2. The first one I picked up is Isabel Kamal's The Temple of Persephone. I love a good Hades of Persephone retelling. We all know this. As soon as I saw the name Persephone, it went in the bag. I didn't look any further. It went into bag because Persephone was on it. So this is a historical romance fans will enjoy, 1800s England. Bridgerton meets Greek mythology in Isabel Kamal's delightful historical romance debut, The Temple of Persephone. Persephone Honeyfield is witty, intelligent, and very aware that the only way to escape the monotony of life she shares with her father and sister in the English countryside and the wagging, ever-critical tongues of the people around her is through marriage. She also knows the likelihood of being in love as a match is a nearly 0. Aidan Barrington has carried on the legacy of his family's funeral finishing business. He's a funeral director. Shut up! Get the fuck out. That's awesome. Funeral finishing business, losing himself in the process. A shell of his former charming self, he's traded his reputation as a rake for that of a recluse and regularly appears in scandal sheets as London's mysterious Lord of the Dead. When Persephone finds herself at Gallows Gate, the old Barrington estate, on a seemingly simple errand, an unexpected run-in with the Lord of the Dead himself leaves her on the brink of ruination. With no other way to silence the village rumor mill or save her sister's reputation, Persephone agrees to marry Aidan, becoming the wife of the man she hardly knows. Persephone finds herself increasingly fascinated by her new husband, whose kind patience stands in stark contrast to the ever-swirling rumors about him. But when the gossip begins to sound more like reality than fiction, she attempts to uncover the truth behind the Lord of the Dead while discovering she may have lost her most guarded possession, her heart. Shut up! That's awesome! I hope. I have high hopes for this guy. High hopes. If you'd like to see a reading vlog of this one, please let me know. I feel like this is going to be fun. I feel like this will be a fun time. Sometimes you just pick a book off a cover. Sometimes you pick it off of a word, and then you're pleasantly surprised. This one looked awesome. The Quality of Mercy by Faye Kellerman. This is Rebecca Lopez enjoys a life of privilege in Elizabethan England. Yet she guards secrets she dares not reveal. The beautiful, contemptuous daughter of the Queen's own physician, Rebecca is also a converso, a Jew who practices her prohibited religion clandestinely, helping others of her banned faith escape persecution and death. Her insatiable hunger for excitement often takes her to the bustling streets of London in a male garb to experience the kind of adventure available only to men. But one such outing is leading her into a dangerous viper's nest built of intrigue and foul murder, in the company of a dashing young actor who inflames her romantic passions even if he escorts her toward peril. A charming and fearless would-be playwright who calls himself William Shakespeare. Yes, absolutely. I'm excited. I love playing with William Shakespeare. I do. It's fun. It's fun. That is already my book. I just put it in the bag by mistake. I picked this one up because I've always wanted to read it, and it looks fun. I've always wanted to read it, and my bookstore finally had it. And it's Carmilla by Joseph Sheridan Lefano. This is I can't remember. Was she the wife of Dracula? I can't remember. Oh no, hold on. Yeah. Okay. Joseph Sheridan Lefano's compelling tale of a young woman's seduction by a female vampire was a source of influence for Bram Stoker's Dracula, which it predates by over a quarter century. Carmilla was originally serialized from 1871 to 1872 and went on to inspire adaptations in film, opera, and beyond, including the cult classic web series by the same name. So this is vampires. Absolutely. Vampires. Very short. So, for Halloween, for sure. Yes. This I bought in preparation for Christmas because I wanted to read this book when it first came out, and I didn't, and my bookstore had it in hardcover, and I've got the other two on order because there was a trilogy. This is a very merry little meet cute by Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone. Sierra Simone is the author of Priest, a book that I was absolutely in love with. So, steamy, snowy, Christmassy, perfect fit for the winter season. Can't freaking wait. And it's super adorable. I mean, look at this cover. It's so cute. It's so cute. And it's pink. Not my favorite Christmas colors, pink and green, but definitely something fun to have fun with. So finally picked this one up, and there's two more in the series that I will be picking up soon so I can have all of them. I picked this up because I already have the first one. And this is the sequel, The Where the Library Hides by Isabel Jimenez. What the River Knows is the first installment. I believe this is Egyptian. If they travel to Egypt, yeah. This is the conclusion to the duology. So, it's a rivals to lovers romance set in ancient Egypt. I like Egyptian stuff. So, now that I have this, I can just marathon the series. I mean, I say I'm going to do that, but we know I never actually marathon things. We all know this, but whatever. And I picked this one up because it was on sale. And this is Olivia Rose Darling's Fear of Flames. And it's super pretty, shiny, green. You can never have enough green books. I will find a way to defy death itself to keep you here. We have a deal. And there's dragons. Dragons, people. Dragons. Dragons make everything better. Oh, look at the map. Stunning. Yay. I'm excited. I've never read this author before, so I'm interested to see what she does. But I really like the way this cover looks, and it's that butter. It's that butter cover. We like that. So that's all from that I'm going to receipt to keep track of my book spending. I don't really want to do that, but we need to. And the last order of things I have is this guy right here, The Library at Hellebore by Cassandra Kaw. This school will eat you alive is the tagline. And it's because it's about a school that will literally eat you. And it's also got blue sprayed edges. Awesome. And foiling on covers. Love it. Love it. Yeah, but this is about a school that literally will eat you once you go through it. I'm excited. And a group of students have to hide in a library to prevent themselves from the school eating them. Yeah, I just thought it would be a fun, interesting dark academia read. I like dark academia. I know a lot of people are kind of over it, but I still like it a lot. I picked up Callie Cassie's In the Veins of Drowning. This is a siren book about sirens. I always love a good siren. And the lead character's name is Imogen. I love that name. Love it. She is hiding from a cruel kingdom that believes sirens are monstrous, bloody, hungry creatures. Hiding from a king and his captain who viciously hunt her kind. Hiding from her own alluring abilities. By keeping herself in the sea, Imogen's bloodlust is dull and her black wings remain concealed beneath her skin. When a neighboring king comes to visit, Imogen can no longer hide. He knows precisely what she is, and he believes she can save their kingdom from an even greater monster. But Imogen's powers threatens to violently reveal itself, and the two form a blood bond that protects them both. They flee together, traversing waters teemed with the undead. As the lines between duty to their people and their desire for each other begin to blur, Imogen worries her ancestral powers may not be enough to kill what hunts her. The only way to defeat a monster may become one herself. Absolutely embrace the demon within you and let it shine, bitch. Let it fucking shine. Okay? Sirens are the Amazons of mermaids. Thank you. Cannot have enough siren literature. We love sirens here. The next book is A Resistance of Witches by Morgan Ryan. This is World War II, right? Or World War I. Can't remember. Yeah, World War II rages around her. A lone witch must journey across Europe to find a book of unspeakable power before it lands in Nazi hands. You add witches and World War I or World War II, I'm gonna sign up. This gave me the vibes of Rebecca Harrow's book. Let me bring it down here. Once the Future Wishes definitely gave me that vibe, and I loved this book, so I definitely was excited when I saw this one and I picked it up. I literally read the back. I said World War II and witches in the bag. Done. Sold. Thank you. And the last book, or not the last book, but the next book I have here is Arcana Academy by Elise Kova. This is book one in, I don't know what the series name is. Maybe it's called that. I don't know. But it's got these pretty gold sprayed edges. Look at this. This is actually a Black Hat Book Coven pick. So it was there, and so I definitely picked it up because I'm going to have to be reading it anyway soon. This is chunky. This is heavy. I think this was Laura's pick. I think. I don't know how Becky's going to like it because she doesn't really like dark academia. But I like it. So I'm excited about this one, and I really like the way this one looks, and it's that butter cover. Butter. A woman who wields magic tarot cards lands herself in a false engagement with the headmaster of Mysterious Academy in this first installment to an enthralling fantasy romance series from the best-selling author of A Deal with the Elf King. Do I have that book? I think I have that book. You have too many books when you actually don't remember what you have. But at the same time, I'm not mad. I'm not mad about this at all. This is heavy as fuck, though. Heavy as fuck. All right. So the last two books I got, there's some special things about them. I just recently picked up The Woman They Could Not Silence, The Shocking Story of Women Who Dared to Fight Back by Kate Moore. This is about women that were housed in an asylum in the Illinois State Hospital located where I live. So we have, they call it JDC, but it's the Illinois State Mental Hospital, and this is stories of women from that hospital. So literally I see these buildings. They are abandoned now. They're still trying to figure out what to do with them. They sit in our Central Park, and they have kind of like ghost stories and themes and stuff like that. But this is my history. This is my local history. And this woman wrote a story about it. And she's actually going to be coming to one of the local colleges, actually my alma mater. She's coming through my bookstore. She's being hosted through the bookstore, but being presented at Illinois College, and actually going to be talking about some of the stories in this book. So I'm really excited about that. I get to meet her, and I cannot wait for that. So hopefully I can get her to sign my book. She also wrote Radium Girls, which is about the girls who used to paint with the radium. But this one I'm really, really excited about because this is local history. Like, I literally every day from my office window, if you stand in my parking lot at a specific angle, you can actually see one of these buildings, the spires of one of these buildings. I drive by this every day. You see it from the main drag. You see it from the north-south main drag. It is everywhere. It's in our Central Park. So this is awesome. Like, this shit is amazing. This is what makes history so exciting, is when you can actually like walk in those locations. And so I'm really excited about giving this a chance and getting to meet her. So really excited. And the last book is actually a new release this year. It actually just came out in April, and I saw this and I was like, I'm sorry, what is this? So I immediately had to buy it because it's a Golden Girls cozy mystery. Murder by Cheesecake. Absolutely. So I love the Golden Girls. I grew up watching them. I think every female in her 30s and 40s has a little bit of one of the Golden Girls. They're partial to one of them, okay? And as you grow, you morph into different versions of each one. Like, they each represent a stage in a woman's life. And I love it. Or just an aspect of women in general. But I love the fact that they always eat cheesecake. I make cheesecake. I make a really mean cheesecake. So I saw this. I was like, yeah, I gotta get this. And then another girl in my book club is obsessed with Golden Girl stuff, so she got it. So we both have it, and I'm excited to read it. But it is literally Sophia, Blanche, Dorothy, and Rose. Okay, so they're actually named. Their pictures are right there. This is awesome. I'm excited about this. I cannot wait to like sit down and actually like read this and eat some cheesecake. So maybe I'll do that for like a vlog or something like that. Like, vlog making the cheesecake and reading the book at the same time. So yeah, brings me back, guys, brings me back. But that is my book haul, guys. Those are all my new books that I've gotten recently. Let's be honest, I'll probably get some more here soon because I have a problem, but it's not as bad as it used to be. We're working on it, but I got some good stuff here. So keep your eyes peeled for stuff coming down the pike. And if any of these seem exciting to you, or I should bump them up, let me know. But that's what I got for you guys today. I will see you guys all soon with another video.